Hi everybody, this is the first update video for my Survival Seeds 2025 collaboration, the vegetable section. In the vegetable section, you get 6 different seeds. You get red kidney and Detroit beet seeds. These I will plant in the dirt outside later, so I'm going to put those aside. And then today I'm going to put indoor, for indoor starting seeds, the Roma paste tomatoes, the early yellow globe onion seeds, the small sugar pumpkin pie seeds, and the early Cal Wonder sweet bell pepper seeds. So I know I learned a year or two ago that pepper seeds want to be started on in some warmth. So I'm going to put them in the cup with the dirt and put them on a little plant heat mat thing that I have. The onion seeds, I've never started onion seeds before, and I've never had luck growing onions before. So I have 2 different ways I'm going to put the onion seeds up there. I didn't want to do them in the tall cups that I use for almost everything else because I thought they're going to be delicate and hard to divide and hard to up pot or plant outside when it's time. And I'll plant them in the, if I can get the start started, I will up pot them to the container, the livestock tank out there where my chives are. So I'll put them in there if I can get them along that far. But I'm going to put them in flatter containers and more individualized containers than I usually do the cups for my tomatoes and things. The sugar pie, I grew my first pumpkin last year. Late in the season, I bought a huge plant, fairly large plant, from a nearby nursery of a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, and it didn't quite have time to get all the way grown. So I'm going to start the sugar pie seeds now. Hopefully get a plant large enough to have enough time to grow. And then the Roma paste tomato, I do okay starting tomato plants inside. I start them in the cups. I put a smaller amount of dirt in the cups, and then as the little start plants grow, I add dirt. So they're already building the, how do you explain it? A lot of people strip the leaves off of the bottom part of the starts so that they can plant them deeper, and that makes a larger root system. So I kind of do that inside with the starts, with the cups. Let me show you. So I use drive-through cups with the lids, moisten the soil, put the seeds in, let the seeds sprout, germinate in here, and then when they get tall enough, I can take the lids off. But these have been very helpful for me because I'm not good at gardening. I'm a very neglectful plant parent, very neglectful. So this helps keep them from drying out and dying of thirst. So that helps. When I start the tomato plants, I have learned if I start them in a lower amount of dirt, and then as they grow, I gently add dirt in, and so then that makes the roots along the stem. And so they already have a taller root system by the time I put them outside. Some people, when they up pot them and they strip the leaves off and then they bury it deeper. So that's what I kind of try to do in here. So the tomato seeds will go in the smaller amount of dirt where the other plants go in a little bit more dirt. So that's one thing I do. And then I mentioned the onions. I'm going to put some of the onions in these little pots on this heat mat I have. And then I'm going to put this upside down on it so they get some sun and light. I hope it's not going to block too much sun and light. So there's containers because I don't want them. I think if I divide them when I up pot them, they're going to be delicate. So that makes me nervous. And then the other way, I'm going to use this big plastic baggie, and I'm going to plant them in this so that they're spread out more. Now, this won't give them as much room to get taller, so I'm going to have to watch it. But I think it'll be easier to divide them up. I'm really kind of anxious about trying to grow onions from seeds because I feel like they're going to be so delicate. So that's what I'm going to do with the onion seeds, is put them in this and then this, tomato in that, pumpkin in that, and then one more of those for the, what else do I have? Oh, the peppers. So that's how I'm going to start my seeds. So I didn't know that the extension offices help as much as they do. I only learned about 3 years ago at a local nursery I really like to go to. They had these free calendars out there. Now this is the 2024 calendar, but I'm looking at it this year to try to get an idea. And I think it's a really good planting guide to know when to do what in your garden. And so, and most of you already probably know that the extension office will help with questions you have about the garden. But so here we are, and they have like these hints: spinach in a cold frame or high tunnel, seed tomatoes for early high tunnel planting, order strawberry plants, seed carrots, salad greens, and radishes in the high tunnel. Somewhere on here was plant herbs inside. Start a kitchen herb. So this is in February of last year. So start a kitchen herb garden. So these, you can get the actual calendars around here until they run out. But I just looked up today, wondering if I could order one to come to my mailbox, my post office box. But they also, here in West Virginia, they also have where you can download this online, which is what I'm going to do. So for those of you that didn't know about the extension office, you might want to try to check out your local extension office and see if they have some kind of planting guide like this. Okay, I've got these seeds in the dirt, in the soil. So the Roma paste tomato, the sugar pie pumpkin, early cow wonder peppers, some of the onions, and other onions. I didn't know whether the onions, I'm assuming the onions don't need heat because these said early, I think they said tolerates frost. I don't know if they need just lighter heat. So if you know, let me know. But so far on the heat mat, I have just the peppers and one bunch of onions. And then the other bunch of onions I do not have on the heat mat. So there is my vegetable starts, hopefully, fingers crossed, for the Survival Seeds 2025 collaboration, the vegetable section.